Welcome back, everybody, to Ultimate CNFT. Mike, aka Mr. Ultimate here, and we're going to be talking about those AMAs. Now, before I jump into everything in this project that you need to know about for now, because things are always constantly progressing forward in this project, let me tell you a little bit about my personal involvement with those AMAs. This is a project that I am absolutely in love with, and it is because of a couple different things here. Number one, it's about the founder, Louis. This man is a special human being with massive designs, and the way he's giving back to this space is a very personal thing to me. Also, Ken from Win Mint podcast. This is an incredible gentleman. I'm going to introduce you to more of their platforms here as we go on in this video, but this is very close to my heart. I have been waiting for about a month to make this video. I've been waiting for the boss man, Louis himself, to give me the go-ahead to talk about some of the things that are going on, because like I said, constant development is taking place within this space. And I've got to say this as well. Shout out to the community for those AMAs. That is a special top tier, a cut above the rest community that I am very much involved in, as well as the Space Pugs Alpha community. We are all so crossbred, you almost can't tell us apart sometimes. We come out, we support each other. The things that Ken is doing with Win Mint podcast, which I've been a part of twice already, and we'll be doing another one soon with these guys. Top-notch production, top-notch people who love and care about this space. And this is why it's so personal to me, because I believe that the CNFT space is an unique position to be something special in the world of NFTs, which is a multi-billion dollar industry and constantly growing. But when you search through all of the wonderful things that are going on here in the CNFT space, if you dig, you're going to find gold. Tama's is gold. These people share my mindset. Let's give back to this community more than we can possibly get from this community as project creators and as a content creator, and as same thing with Mr. Ken over there at Win Mint podcast, putting out things that we believe are better for this space. We're in a competition, not with each other. We're in a competition so that we can personally give back more to the CNFT space than we'll ever get from it. But across the board, we're laying the foundations of a new way of investing in NFTs, becoming a passive income type play where we actually care about our holders, we care about the people who have supported our projects. The community is everything to us, and I just really don't see anybody out there doing more for the CNFT community, the Twitter spaces, the podcast, all of the things that are going on to push this forward and take it to the next level and bring, people some good old passive income plays. I mean, who doesn't want to have their investments pay off for them? So we've got a lot to discuss here, you guys, but I wanted to lay the foundation because a lot of you who are watching this video, you probably don't know about those AMAs yet, or if you do, you don't know enough about what's going on. So my suggestion always is to become a member of that community, because again, something very special there. My introduction to this project came through Balkus. Shout out to you, my man. You're amazing. He sent me my first Tama back when it was about an 80 ADA floor, and he was introducing me to this project because he was telling me all of the wonderful things that they were doing for people who had gotten involved in some rug pulls, and they were just that was the entry level of my understanding of Louis and his vision to give back to people who, basically kind of got a bad taste in their mouth. Let's face it, the CNFT space is growing, and it's growing rapidly. We have a lot of new people coming into the space, and anytime there's any sort of rug pull situation or any sort of nefarious action, it leaves a bad taste in those people's mouths. And people like us who care about this space, we want none of that. So we're doing all we can collectively to get people to understand you've got to get doxed. No dox, no dice. Being on the podcast for Win Mint podcast, you gotta fill out a form to even be on there. So these are the kind of things that add to the space and make it even that much better. So that's the short story of my personal introduction to those AMAs. We have become friends since then. These guys are more like brothers to me. Ken was there for me personally through a rough time with everything that was happening with SPA at the time. And Louis, man, I just can't say enough about that guy. Talk about passion. This man's doing some special things. So again, I could talk forever and ever and ever about these particular subjects, but let's just get into the project itself, because there's just going to come a time when everybody's going to know what those AMAs are doing. And again, I will be making more videos to update and to cover the project as it develops, because this is so multi-layered. I call some of those projects, I call them those iceberg projects. You got like that 10% up top, and underneath you got all the rest, right? Well, this is like the iceberg of iceberg projects. There is more going on than even I know about. And like I said, I have a deep personal relationship with these gentlemen that are running the show here, and it's very exciting. But for those of you, again, who don't know, let's just talk about the project here. So we got those AMAs, right? We're going to get into some numbers here because I want to expose some things that are important to help you guys understand what's going on here. So we've got 4,015 items. We got 745 owners. The floor is at a good, robust 409. I think it was up to 450 the other day, which was, I think, the new all-time high for the floor. But there's so much more going on besides that. So let's take a look at the volume here. Roughly under 200K ADA in volume. Now, let me tell you why. Because this is a severely diamond-handed project, like of all diamond-handed projects. These guys are so passionate about what they're developing and the community involvement with the vision that Louis has and the things that Ken are doing along with this. Not many people are really selling their Tamas. I mean, a lot of people are in this project early, probably 50, 60, 80, 100 ADA. They could easily sell everything across the board for 4X, but not many people are doing that. You're seeing a very small volume in sales because there's only so much out there to be had. So the volume on this project does not speak for what this project is doing. In fact, I think it reveals more about what this project is actually about to implement. More of those updates to come. Just so you guys know, the items right here. Let's take a look at some of the art. So this is a tribute to Charles Hoskinson in many, many ways. And this project almost is a representation of what Charles has been doing, slowly developing over the years to get something out there in the cryptocurrency space that is special and is above the rest. We are all here in the CNFT space for a reason, because we believe in Charles, we believe in Cardano and ADA, our native currency. Big things are coming here. So, there's a little bit of background on how this project came to be. And, this is going to be a very, very, very extremely utility-driven project. And I have to give a shout out to Louis, because they didn't start out right off out of the gate on fire like a lot of some projects come into this space and do. There was a lot of FUD around this project when they first released because of the price they were releasing it at, and everybody was just looking around going, what is this here? Like, what's going on here? They didn't even mint out, you guys. I don't even think they came close to minting. I forget what the percentage was, but Louis was telling me, I remember hearing him in a space one time. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Sorry about that, guys. But I think they only minted out like 15 or 20% of their original mint. And so people are so quick to judge and so quick to FUD. So that was all happening in the beginning, and that was all even happening before I was even around or even knew about this project. So I had no idea. I only hear these things from when Louis talks very transparently about the things that are going on with this project. So for them to come from where they were, that could easily been smashed down, to where they're coming at now and where they're going, is absolutely amazing. And as a content creator and somebody who loves and is very integrated in this space, I have to give a shout out and credit where credit is due. So you see the floor price here, 409, right? Now, there's 4,015 items total. There's less than 3% that are available on the market, you guys. There are only, I think, 101 Tamas out there to be had. And this floor price is consistently rising. I'm going to show you a little bit in the sales transactions that have transpired and how they coincide with when Louis gets out there and talks in Twitter spaces and AMAs and stuff. People get really fired up and they go out there and they buy Tamas and they hold them and they don't really sell them. So again, less than 3% of the total availability on the market. That is the definition of diamond hands. So shout out to all the people who are Tama holders. Look, personal disclosure here, I own several Tamas. I'm always buying more. I'm one of those people who every time I hear Louis talk, I get fired up, and I go and I buy and I add a couple Tamas because I believe in the passive income play that's coming coming is amazing. A little bit of background behind Louis. He's got a bunch of IRL businesses that are going to be doing some really big things, and he's tying those into this project because, his goal is to be, the number one passive income play in the market. And so, I'm rooting for these guys. Again, I don't know how many of you people actually watch my videos consistently, but I don't do any paid promotion. So this is not a paid sponsorship video that I'm doing. This is finally my chance to come out there because Louis gave me the green light to cover this project. You can see how fast this floor climbs, you guys. And there's so many different variations of Charles Hosky here, the guy that has, really just done a great job with what he's been given despite all the FUD that was between ADA and ETH and all that stuff. We're talking about things that are overcoming and heading to new heights. So to me, that matters a lot. But again, look at the jump in the floor price. You guys take a look into the gold mics, the silver mics, and the flaming mics and all of the things that they do as far as moving forward with this project. There are things that I can't even talk about on this video yet out of respect for Louis and the things that they're doing, but I am privy to understanding, where they're going, and you can see that I'm a little bit fired up because, again, I've been waiting to make this video for so long. But take a look, man. I mean, the floor, it just jumps and jumps. I mean, we're going from 2,900 to 37 to 45 to 5K. The lowest flaming mic on the market is 5,100 ADA. I think someone just bought one the other day for like 4,500 or something like that. And then look, it just continues to jump all the way up. And there's really there, and that's the end of it. There's 101 available on the market. So if you're interested in Tama's, you guys go take a look at this project and do DYOR, of course, but follow Louis, follow Ken. I'm going to have all the links for everything in this video that you're going to need for their website and for their Twitters and all that other stuff, because the spaces that they get involved in. Louis constantly talks several times a week. So that actually brings me to what I wanted to show you guys here, some of the activity, because I like to go over the activity when I cover projects on these dedicated YouTube videos. So, a few hours ago, we had a nice sale right there, another one right there, but I wanted to show you. So you start to see, let's take a look at what happened 5 days ago. So they had an AMA on their Discord, and a lot of people were there to join and check it out. And when Louis gets on a roll, and you can see the passion, you can hear the passion in his voice and all the things he talks about integrating the IRL businesses into this project and where they're going, talking about their token, which of course you see the header in the thumbnail. We're going to be talking about that, show you their website. But 5 days ago, the man gets out there and starts speaking. Look at the sales from 5 days ago. Again, look at it, just boom, 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 boom. You had a bunch of whales jumping in there. You had a bunch of new people jumping in there. 6 days ago, I think the day before that, he had a space as well he was talking about. And you can see the steady rise in floor price. You can see, boom, from 310, just a few days ago, all the way up to 450 was, I believe, the high that it got to. But if you have not heard this man speak, you need to get in there and hear what this man's talking about, because, again, it's an overall picture of where this space can go from simply, buying JPEGs and having fun and enjoying the art, to getting to more utility-based things, to getting to that next level where we're actually providing, passive income for people and changing lives. I really have, and a lot of people can attest this. This is not just me talking. Louis is one of the most generous people I've ever come across in my life. Hearing about the things he's done for people, hearing about, he's just got such a giving heart and a giving attitude, and WAGME is really embraced by this team and this community, because the better the space is, the happier people are, and the better the projects and the founders and everyone out here building what we're building, the better we all do together. So that kind of attitude really speaks to my heart very, very closely. So let's go check out the Tama token. So you can get there, you guys, from thoseamatreasury.com. Go check it out. The link is also on their Discord, I believe. So we are hitting the next level of integration with how this works with the Genesis, now is what it's been called, the Those AMAs project, the 4,015 of those that we just looked at there. But there is a token coming out here, and this is, it can seem very complex at first, but once you digest it and understand it, it really does come into play, and people understand how this is going to integrate into the project to bring that passive income. So let's read a little bit here. I'm probably not going to read the whole thing. I always implore people to do their own research. Go here, check it out for yourself. You can always reach out to Louis or the Machinist. That's Ken from Win Mint podcast. They're always around, and the community too. You can just jump in the community, and everyone, Fatih, great team from top to bottom here. It's really great to see this in the CNFT space. Those AMA investors will be the highest paid investors in the NFT space. Founder Louis of those AMAs. The Tama Treasury token is a multiplier for your current Those AMAs Genesis Collection assets and has a standalone passive income as well. So the Genesis Collection passive income multiplier. The Tama Treasury token is a multiplier for Those AMAs Genesis Collective passive income. These percentages are stackable. We all like things that are stackable. The more Tama Treasury tokens you own, the higher your percentage of multiplication. Genesis Collection Tama Multiplier. Tama is the native asset of Those AMAs ecosystem. Holders of Those AMAs Genesis Collections will be given the opportunity to claim Tama through staking in the near future. The amount of Tama an investor receives will be based on the quantity and rarity of their Those AMAs Genesis Collection NFTs. The Tama Treasury token multiplies the total amount of Tama an investor receives each epoch. These percentages are also stackable. We gotta like that. Standalone passive income. On top of multiplying an investor's Genesis Collection passive income and Tama, the Tama Treasury token also has standalone passive income. The Treasury will be populated with the NFTs that have the best passive income possibilities. 50% of the income from these assets will go to holders as passive income. The other 50% will go back into the Treasury to be used for future investments that will strengthen Those AMAs ecosystem. So it's not just an NFT, guys. This is an ecosystem that these guys are creating here, and I am all in and I back it 100%. There's some fun things for the mint raffle. I don't really need to go over that because the date has not quite been set for that yet, but when it is, I will be doing an update video. You better believe it. So check these things out for yourself. There's more details if you want to actually read deeper. You can click on this nice little link right there. Nobody does it like Those AMAs. Boom, boom, and a bunch of examples of the project that we just went over, which is now the Genesis. So it's a fully doxed team. Absolutely. 100% fully doxed team. As a matter of fact, like I said, Ken from Win Mint Podcast is very adamant, just like I am as myself as a YouTube content creator, very adamant about being doxed. The new term, no dox, no dice, is across the board. We don't need bad actors in this space, and that is why I love these guys so much, because they're just as passionate as I am to make sure. And here's the thing, you guys, when we set ourselves up, myself coming from a YouTube content creator standpoint, Win Mint Podcast, Louis from Those AMAs, when people like us come in here and have that kind of influence, we can change the game. We can set the bar. We can come in there and say, hey, if you're not doxed, there's nothing we can do for you. You're not going to get on my podcast. You're not going to be on my YouTube channel. We have a chance to clean up this space and make it different than other NFT spaces. We got all kinds of stuff going on in Ethereum. Solana's broken. I have no faith, no fandom, no nothing. I want nothing to do with Solana NFTs or the project itself. I'm not trying to throw hate, but I'm just saying, if something doesn't work, it doesn't work. And so that puts the CNFT space in a unique position, guys, to when that trickle down effect comes, when that Ethereum money, which is already starting to happen, comes into the CNFT space, we want it to be different. We want it to stand out. We want to hunt down those bad actors. If you've never heard Ken talk on Win Mint Podcast, I'm going to show you how to get there in a minute. Go listen to this man talk. Go listen to the interviews I've done with him. We're serious about what we're talking about. Bad actors, you're going to get sniped, and not in a good way. So don't be treading on me in this space with a team like this backing people up. Transparency you can count on. We pride ourselves in being fully transparent. I can attest to that. Some NFT projects shy away from this and keep their investors in the dark. But here at Those AMAs, we feel that our investors have a right to know exactly what our goals are and what we intend to accomplish them. Again, yes, personal experience, 100%. It's all about family. The bedrock of any great NFT project is the community. Boom, boom, the heartbeat. Shout out to your community. Shout out to the SPA community. Total cut above the rest, because, oh yeah, the cream, it always rises to the top. Yeah. Two perfect examples for you right there. Here at Those AMAs, we've been blessed with an amazing group of investors from all over the world. The Tama family is like no other NFT community out there. We truly are the most important part of Those AMAs ecosystem, and everything we do is for their benefit. Yes, sir. Check out this Tama Treasury token. You can see that there's a 0.025 on the back of the coin right there. Boom. The more of those you have, combined with the more Genesis tokens that you're holding from Those AMAs, the more you're going to be a beneficiary of this massive, massive passive income play that is being worked right now. I can't wait to share more information with you guys on future videos, but before we leave, we're going to go check this out, you guys. This is When Mint podcast by Those AMAs, headed by none other than the machinist himself. Ken, shout out to you, brother. Hey, by the way, I know you're not feeling well, struggling with COVID and stuff, man, but we got you, bro. Rest up, man. You are a powerhouse in this space, and I support you fully. This man, Ken, has become a really good friend of mine. He's almost more like a brother to me. We talk as often as we can. We're both so busy. I mean, this man just quit his full-time regular job to go straight into making this podcast the best it can be, making Those AMAs project the best it can be, and he has been here for me personally in some tough spots, and I'll tell you what, there's nobody out there podcast form in the CNFT space that does it quite like Ken. This man is absolutely amazing. So if any project founders or future project founders are interested in being on this show, go contact. Again, the links will be below the description here underneath the video. You can link up with them, and again, no docs, no dice, so keep that in mind. But this is a space for the space that is constantly growing and bringing value, huge value to the space, getting people an opportunity to have a platform to speak about their projects, to speak about their passions, to speak about what they're going to be doing next level, to give back to this space that gives so much to us. So huge supporter of all the things that they're doing. Let's go take a look at the man right there. There he is. Where are you at, Ken? So this is Louis. He looks like an ape. What can I say? I don't know what to say, but yeah, he's a Bored Ape Yacht Club holder. This guy, I mean, Louis, I could go on for 20 minutes talking about this guy and how amazing he is in real life, and this is a very successful man we're talking about here who's got a lot of ventures in real life that is see for yourself where this project goes. Come back to me in a couple months and let's talk about it. And there's the machinist right there, co-founder and host. Just look at that face. I mean, does this guy not look like the kind of guy who is just a professional podcast voice, and just everything he does is so top-notch and so class act. A good friend of mine. There's all the information you need. You can contact him here. You can join the Discord. By the way, to get to this link here, I just clicked on it from the Tama token Treasury website. The mint date is going to be determined. You can visit the Discord link straight there, and you can go find When Mint by Those AMAs right there by cracking off and tuning in. And speaking of which, I'm about to tune out here, get this video uploaded, you guys. And if anyone needs to DM me for any reason, just jump in the Discord and find me. I'm always there. I'm always available. So are these guys here. Join all of the social media so that you can hear them talk for themselves and be a part of understanding the deeper layers of what the CNFT space is about to bring to the table. I gotta run. Mr. Ultimate out. Peace.